Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 7th of July. My name's Phillip Kingston.
And I'm Jeremy Rosens.
Jim, good to have you on board today.
Mate, it's fabulous to be here.
Stand-in anchor, of course, for Gary, who is still on holidays, viewers, still on holidays.
I have been promised a permanent spot if I perform today.
Yep, well, I've got to tell you, all eyes of the GPTV world will be upon you.
Excellent.
But I reckon you're up for it. I think you are. How's St Kilda going?
Brilliantly.
Yep.
Having a great year so far.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah. What year are we up to in St Kilda now?
That's a good question, Phil. This will be we're in about 3.5 now.
3.5 years.
I'm pretty sure.
And you've put on some new talent
We have.
recently.
We've got a great team now. We've
Yep.
put on some young blood, Phil.
Yep.
Max Chainsman's come into the team
Welcome
helping
aboard,
Nicky.
Max. Yep.
He's going to be a gun as well. And
Yep.
Michael Jonas, who is already kicking some serious goals.
Somebody said to me the other day that this Max guy, and
Yep.
I don't know whether we've got a photo to put him up on screen or not yet, we should have, but he's a Leonardo DiCaprio lookalike.
I don't know Leonard, but I do know a Leonardo
Leo-
DiCaprio, who he may look like him.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he's got that kind of
Yeah.
baby face look about him. A handsome chap, wears a suit very well as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Good to have some lovely young talent down in our St Kilda office.
Indeed it is.
And it's thumping down there. You're doing
been
a great
good.
job.
Yep.
In fact, I noticed this morning that, thank you, you've cleaned the graffiti off the front of the
I
office.
didn't do it, I had it done, and I'm
Was it
sure by
difficult?
the end of the day it'll be back on again.
Yeah. One of our issues in St Kilda is, of course, the graffiti, but we do love the graffiti artists of St Kilda that are true to their art form. Jem, very quiet weekend out there on the auction hustings.
School holidays, Phil, everyone's in Bali, I think, on hiatus, so
And
it was a bit
It
quieter.
must be. And how cold was it on Saturday?
It's
and
cold
Sunday?
every day.
It is.
at the
Well,
moment.
it might have been cold on Saturday, but Lior Samuel and his brother Aviv from our Carnegie office were absolutely on fire in Malua Street in Ormond.
Yes.
And a shout out to the team at our Carnegie office, and a special shout out to Aviv, who has just set an auction record with the sale of this house in Malua Street on the Ormond Hill for $2,618,000, and to the best of our knowledge,
And a half, Phil.
and a half, $2,618,500, to the best of our knowledge, is the highest priced home ever sold
Auction
at
sale,
auction
yep.
in Ormond. So
Phenomenal
great
result.
to have our Carnegie office open and already setting records.
Yep.
So that was our Saturday auction. We had a couple of properties that we sold prior to auction.
We did, Phil.
And given the fact that we sold them prior, I don't think we're going to give them any airtime.
I don't think it's necessary,
No,
Phil.
no. So we did have 3 out of 4 auctions sell, so that gave us a 75% clearance rate, which
Yep.
was pretty much in line with the industry average.
It was.
We were brought down to earth, though, by you, Jeremy. You let the team down badly.
I don't know what to say here, Phil, other than to say this to the buyers that are out there. It is now for private sale, this property, and it is unbelievable value.
So the property we're talking about is Orong Road in St Kilda East, one of the most magnificent apartments in one of Melbourne's best apartment buildings.
I think so.
This is a building that was designed, built and constructed by Gabby Hubay, and the viewers may know him as the man that's built more apartment buildings in Toorak at a luxury standard than just about anybody. This was his foray into East St Kilda. It's a famous building. This is Beltane.
It is.
And I can't believe that this is still available, but competitively priced now at $1,695,000, and I don't think that'll be there for long.
It won't be. We're already sitting down with somebody post-auction and under negotiations as we sit here, but I don't think that'll be around by next week's show.
Well,
I
we
can
hope
tell you.
not. We hope not. Let's talk about the month of June. How cold it is, we've acknowledged that. But viewers, what you're probably seeing at the moment or not seeing is a lot of stock on the market. June is probably the lowest.
It gets a bit quiet.
The lowest volume month in Melbourne real estate,
Yep.
other than really January.
Yep, and deep December, but that's not really a month. Deep December, is it?
No, well, we're busy for the first 3 weekends of December, but
is true.
January and June are our quietest months, and Melbourne really does close down in the month of June.
Look, I've only been doing this for 16 years. I say only,
Oh,
but
you're just a
just a
newbie.
baby in the real estate world. But I was told by a wise old agent that agents would literally go away for months at a time in winter.
Yep.
I wouldn't suggest that you were around in those times,
Thank
Phil,
you,
at all.
thank you.
But is that the case?
Pretty much June and July were death months in Melbourne.
And I'm amazed that your Range Rover is not with snow on the bonnet.
Do you know what? I was going to go up to the snow this week, but we cancelled because the snow was falling now, but it was looking pretty ordinary last week. So we did cancel it, and I also wanted to cancel because there's a Range Rover driver and a Melbourne supporter. A Melbourne supporter.
Too cliched, Phil.
I really didn't want to say that I was skiing. Let's just talking about footy briefly. You did go to the footy on Saturday night and saw your Blue Boys victorious.
No, they lost.
They lost it. I thought
they had
won.
They had a chance to win.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough to get an opportunity to go into the rooms with my son, who would happily have missed the game and gone to the rooms after and got his jumper filled with autographs. So a big shout out to the person who took us there. He knows who he is. I don't know whether we should mention him on air.
Ryder, we're going to mention Ryder, who is a fanatical Carlton supporter.
Yes.
And there's a photo of him in the rooms with his idols.
Yes.
Hopefully by the time, Ryder, you are in your late teens, you may well see a flag. As a Melbourne supporter,
he could win a flag himself.
Yep. Yeah, he's a good footballer, isn't he?
Well, I don't think he'll be at the heights of Carlton, although they're not such lofty heights.
Didn't you coach his football team last year?
I am assisting in the coaching this year again. We're going around one more time. We're undefeated, Phil. I don't want to drag this into the segment, but we are undefeated, the Ajax under-9 Comets, I think we're called.
Special shout out to the Jackers and to Ryder's team. Yes. Let's talk about the weekend that's coming up. We've actually got a busy weekend.
Good to be back on the hustings
June
again.
Standards, and looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 auctions for the weekend. So let's do a bit of a review, shall we?
Let's go for it, Phil.
So first up, Jeremy, what have we got first up on Saturday morning?
Well, we've got a fabulous one-bedroom apartment completely renovated at apartment number 3 at 54 Bolston Street in St Kilda East, just a stone's throw from probably one of your favourite cafes, Phil.
What a great spot. Bolston Street runs between Inkerman and Carlisle Street. It does. So buy in there and get rid of your car. A car is a depreciating asset, viewers. You can put your money into this because you will not need it with the tram, train and Carlisle Street on your doorstep.
A fabulous apartment.
That is a beauty. We move on to from there to apartment number 1 at 45 to 47 Hotham Street. That's a building that Aviv Samuel has excelled in. That's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, beautifully renovated apartment. Just quite stunning.
Fabulous courtyard there as well, Phil, for the buyers.
That goes to auction also at 10:30. At 11:30, we're moving on, still in your hood.
My neck of the woods. We're going to get down to Carlisle Street, a vibrant and exciting place here. There's always something happening around the neighbourhood, but apartment 5 at 60 Carlisle Street, a beautiful older style 1-bedroom ground floor with courtyard, beautifully maintained, and a beautiful block as well.
We then move on at 11:30 to 1 at 1 Carrool Road in Carnegie. Now, Leo Samuel's got the auction honours there. That's a single-storey villa, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage with some courtyard garden area. That is a great property and part of our Carnegie story, which we're very excited about.
Yes.
Back to St Kilda. I love this building, Jeremy. Tell us about 3 at 139 Alma Road, St Kilda East.
Well, this is another fabulous apartment, Phil. Good, spacious, beautifully renovated, 2 bedrooms, got the polished timber floors throughout, that older style vibe, that kind of blonde brick feel about it.
It's a 50s building, I think.
It is a 50s building, and it's going to go well.
Good. Well, I think you've got the auction honours there, so good luck with that. In Lansdowne Road in St Kilda East. Gee, we're busy in St Kilda East. Lansdowne Road's a favourite address of mine. Comes off Dandenong Road and just across the road from Paran East. That is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1 car space. Also an older style with polished timber floorboards and white walls. That is a good building in a great spot. That's the auction action for Saturday.
Are we wheeling you out on Saturday, Phil, or have you got the day off?
No, well, I'm going to do a little bit of work on Saturday. I might actually come out and critique you at one of your auctions, Jem. It's been a while since I've held up a
Always
report
get a
card.
bit nervous amongst the great man at an auction.
Yes, love to come and put you under pressure. Let's talk about Sunday. On Sunday, we've got 4 auctions. We kick off. Judy Zhu from our Caulfield office has got the auction honours of a old tennis court of 487 square metres in Bialaba Road. That's number 34 Bialaba Road. And that comes complete with a permit to build 2 2-storey town residences.
Can I make a suggestion here, Phil?
You may.
I'm not sure if white's your colour, but given that we're auctioning a tennis court and Wimbledon is on as we speak, I think it would be really fantastic for you to dress in whites, maybe shorts, a little vest, a little crocheted vest, little headband and a tennis racket, and do the auction in your tennis gear.
Do you know what? I don't think that's going to happen. About the closest I might get is perhaps teaming a pair of white kind of slim cut pants.
Linen?
No, not linen. And maybe I'll sport maybe a kind of modern take on the reefer jacket.
Okay.
So I'll go with that English look.
Why not?
And then again, I might not do
Yeah.
that. Let's move back now again to St Kilda East, where we have got the two most incredible properties. There's just two homes at number 93A Alma Road in St Kilda East, which is directly across the road from the park.
Yep.
Walking distance to Chapel Street and to Carlisle Street.
A gym nearby as well.
Viewers, have a look at these houses. Even if you're not in the market, but just like watching GPTV for some of the incredible properties that we do get to sell, come down and have a look at these. These have blown me away.
This is unbelievable, Phil. I believe Architecturally designed one of them, or if not both of them. I've actually walked through these and couldn't believe the level of the finish here. There's a downstairs basement in one of them. If I was single and rich and young, again,
And good
younger
looking.
and good, you wouldn't need to be good looking when you buy this, Phil, because this you do well with that.
Okay,
Let's just say that.
so viewers, you don't need to be single. In fact, these would suit a variety of family situations. In fact, this is perfect for perhaps families with younger children
Yep.
or teenagers.
Lots of accommodation.
Because the entertaining areas there are just incredible. But I get what you mean, because that is really sexy real estate.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, those magnificent properties, we will auction the first at 1:30 and
Yep.
then we move straight into the second one at 2 o'clock. From there we go to a favourite street of mine, which is Regent Street in Elstonwick, one of the top streets in really the top part of Elstonwick.
This is blue chip, Phil.
It really is, and an incredible opportunity, because we have almost 3,000 square metres of prime vacant land in Regent Street, sporting a 61.33 metre frontage to Regent Street. A great opportunity there exists for some astute buyer, subject to council approval, a development site, or it could be somebody's dream home site. It's be like living on a park.
You don't see many blocks of land of that size, Phil, coming up in Elstonwick, let alone in this inner city pocket of Melbourne.
Or just about nowhere. If you think about 3,000 square metres with a 61 metre frontage, that is unheard of. So Jeremy, here we are at number 8 Flowers Street, which goes to auction on Sunday the 26th of July at 11:30. What a fantastic house. You've got to love this house from the outside. What I would describe as picture postcard perfect facade, and obviously opening to this magnificent back room which spills out into that north-facing rear garden. You really couldn't find a more gorgeous, more photogenic house, and it's just a delight to be in inside. So I would imagine this will go well at the auction in a few weeks' time. So that's actually quite a busy weekend, Jeremy, even though we were saying at the start of GPTV that it's a bit quiet. 10 auctions in the month of June on one weekend. That's pretty good.
It's exciting, Phil. I don't think, to me, that's not quiet. It doesn't feel, even though we have 1 or 2 auctions on the weekend that's just been, we still seem to be very busy.
We are busy, and particularly as we're now working on our July listings and August. I was having a look at our listing numbers for August. I think we're in line to have a record August.
Yes.
So it's certainly very, very busy out there. So it might be cold. People might be complaining about the weather. But I would say this, a winter in Melbourne, a cold day is 7 degrees. That's a really cold day. In fact, on Saturday, I was at an open for inspection and I looked at the thermometer in the car.
Yes,
and
it might have topped out at 7.
was 7 degrees. Have a thought for the people that live in Chicago. Chicago winter lasts, I believe, for 4 months. And for most of those 4 months, they shovel snow from their driveways. We might just get some footage up there of somebody shoveling snow from their driveway. So, I always say, Melbourne winters aren't cold. They're really not.
Well, they are, because we're not in Chicago. And for the bulk of us, we've never been to Chicago. I'd prefer to spare a thought for the people that are probably in Bali or in Southeast Asia, sunning themselves by a pool, because that's where I'd rather go to.
Yep, fair point, fair point. Okay, we will not talk any more about the mindless chatter of this winter. Let's just get back to real estate in conclusion, Jeremy. What's happening down in St Kilda? Can you
St
give
Kilda
us
is
some kind of background?
a fair representation of everywhere in Melbourne where the market is bubbling along. It's going really well.
Yep.
As it gets a bit colder, there's still overseas travellers coming, so it's still an exciting place to be. Just looking forward to a bumper spring and a bumper summer that's coming up in St Kilda.
Absolutely, and where your office is, Inkerman, between the highway and Barclay Street, just so much activity around there.
There's every
jumping.
weekend there's something else to do, whether it's the Newmarket Hotel, whether it's around the corner in Barclay Street or Fitzroy Street. St Kilda is a happening place, Phil.
It is getting bigger, better, and more expensive, really, by the week.
Yep.
Jeremy, thanks for joining me on GPTV.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Phil.
And a special shout out to your son again, hopefully.
And my daughter. It's actually her birthday today. Today is her birthday. So Indigo, happy birthday, darling. I hope you have a great day. And we're going out for dinner tonight. She always likes to go to Tokyo Teppanyaki for dinner.
Is that right?
She likes to catch the food.
Fantastic.
I
Well,
know
special
why.
shout out to your daughter, Indigo, for her birthday. Happy birthday. Thanks for watching GPTV. Have a great week.